Hello, Keith here with Math Fun and Games. I'm playing MBT from GMT Games. I'm on turn 5. We're using the initial scenario with the basic rules and some advanced rules thrown in. If you want to see which rules I'm using from the advanced game book, you can click on the link below and you can download a copy of the MBT rules with the rules I've added highlighted in green in the table of contents. So the first phase is the spotting phase, and that's easy. See, a lot of these markers right here, we use spotting markers because most of these would apply mainly to situations in Panzer, which is MBT's sister game, because the vehicles have shorter ranges, and it might be more of an issue. Sighting might be more of an issue or something, but anyways, so who's seen? He's seen. Well, that one right there might not be seen. Let's see. Yeah, no, this one isn't seen. We don't have spotting on that one. We do have spotting on that one and that one. They're both spotted from this hill over here. I'll just draw a line out just to show you. Let's see. So that's seen. This vehicle is seen. If you go down, it doesn't cross the trees. Trees are level 3 except for heavy trees, which are level 4, heavy woods. However, I'm playing heavy woods for this particular scenario 11 at level 3 because that's where I started from. So they're spotted. These units over here are not spotted. So those units, there's only 2 of them, but they're not, everybody else is exploded, but they're not spotted, so I can remove that spotting marker. Those units on a hill, I think there's one. No, there's 2 of them. They're spotted. This unit is not spotted. Remove its fire marker. This unit, these 2 units are spotted, and everybody in that hex is spotted. Okay, so that's the spotted phase. How about this guy right there? Let's take a look. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull back on the main map. Oops. All right, let's try this here. And I almost guarantee you that he is not spotted. Oh yeah, it goes right through the tree. So he is not spotted. So we've completed the spotting phase. Now we're going to go into the command phase. So how many units do the Americans have? The Americans have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units, which means the Americans get chart B. And you'll quickly learn where these charts are. Chart B. So 11. So the Americans will get 6 commands. I believe the Russians will get 3 commands. So the Russians have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles. 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles. So the Russians only have 5 vehicles. So they only get 3 commands. So the Americans get 6 commands. The Russians get 3 commands. Okay, so this for 6 American commands. It's going to be a lot of fire commands. I don't want the snap to hex. So I want a fire command. So this unit on a hill gets a fire command. They get a fire command. 3 units get a fire command. This unit gets a fire command. 4, and I have 2 more units I can give commands to for the Americans, and they're going to get a move command. This unit's going to get a move command, and give a move command to this unit, and this unit right here is going to get a no command. Well, I'll give it an overwatch. Oh yeah, well, you're going to get a no command. Okay, for the Soviets, they have 3 commands. I'm going to give them fire command. That's 1. I have 2 more commands. Unit on the hill is going to get a fire command. 2 Russian vehicles on the left. One of them is going to get a move command. Give this unit back here a move command. All right, that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Soviets only have 4 vehicles functional. Wow. So I want to just double check the Soviet commands. So if the Soviets only have 4 vehicles, they only have 2 commands. So let me just make sure. So over here they have 1, 2. Oh, okay, we get 2 on the hill. 3, 4, 5. So they do have 3 commands, and the commands are fire, 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 move. Oh, they only have 3 commands. So, oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. That has a fire command. That has a fire command. That's a move command, and this unit's going to have a no command. There you go. All right, so that's done. Now we're going to have the initiative phase. NATO 67, Soviets 21. So NATO, so the American fire phase will come first. The NATO fire phase will come first. All right, so let's do this one down here in the left-hand corner. It's going to be the quickest one because they only have 1 target. Across right here. Oops. Oh, okay. Put a little bit more. A little bit more. Why not? More. So we have these units on the left. So we have 2 tanks right here on the left, and they're firing at this 1 vehicle, which is hull down. So it's obviously it's going to be point blank range. The unit is in light cover, which is -1. So there's no target size, no target moving, -1 for light cover. I believe that's it. So they need 81 to hit. I'll have 2 shots. First shot hits, and the second shot misses. Okay, so now we have to look at the target location. So 76, where did the first shot hit? So we'll take a look at that 7 to see where it hit. And that's going to be front side. I roll 7. 7. So front side 7. There'll be a hull side. Now because it's a hull hit, That's a miss because of it's hull down. So hull down is very valuable. So that's actually a miss. So gotta get rid of that. Delete. This will be flipped over to fire. So because he was hull down, laying light cover, he was not hit. 76 and I believe it was 87, right? Yeah, 87. So that light cover made a big difference. Yep, because that light cover made a difference. If you didn't have that light cover, it would have been 90 to hit, but because of the light cover, it was only 81 to hit. And the other vehicle did not hit because it was hull down. So he's in a good defensive position there. Okay, so that's it for that low corner of the world. So I got to remove all the spotting markers except for the unit that didn't fire. One moment. So now we have 5 shots against these 2 tanks on this hill over here. So how am I going to divide them? This unit, and I have 2 tanks, both in the same condition. And I have 5 shots, 2 tanks. These 3 are all going to fire against the same target, and this one and this one are all going to fire against the other one. So I'm going to take these 3 right here on the left. I'm going to fire off these first. So I need a range check. Range check. Range of 11. So it's not a Brahms. I wish it was. So it's short range. There's no modifiers. So short range, no modifiers. Oh, shoot. They don't have line of sight, do they? Yep. They're blocked. Do any of them have line of sight? And I'll show you why in a minute they don't have line of sight. See this right here? All right. So it's going through 2 consecutive hexes. It's not a continuous slope. So that line of sight is blocked. So they're going to miss. They missed their opportunity. They lose that command and they thought they saw something, but I can't believe I just did that. Okay. All right, so they all have blocked line of sight. They could not see. I should have did a better line of sight check. So meanwhile, this vehicle right here at a range of what? Just do a quick range check over here. Oops. Range check. Get to the kitchen. It's funny. All right. 11, so that's short range, no modifier. No, short range -2 because there's brew up smoke there. So that'd be 56. Gonna roll 19, so that's a hit. It's going to be at the front target angle. So let's see what happens here. So short range is going to be 96. Penetration factor is 96. You have to see where the hit occurs. It's going to be turret front armor on the M72AV is what? Turret front, the front armor is going to be 90, so it does penetrate. And then the effect is going to be 9. I believe that's going to be a brew up. Let's see. Yep. Brew. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, brewed up. Boom. And another one bites the dust. Damage. Brewed up. Boom. So there's only one more vehicle there. And okay, so I don't need to do the second shot. I'll remove that command because its fire would have been against the same tank that got brewed up. And this right here becomes fire spotted. There we go. Flip it to fire. And we're done. Next. So that's it for the American fire phase. Now for the Soviet fire phase. This unit right here is going to fire against this unit. Oh, see, one unit's, let's zoom in. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Let's zoom into this little brouhaha on the left. One more. Yes, I can. Okay. Neat. So let's look at this little brouhaha on the left. Right. So this unit is held down. It can fire at either this one or this one. This one right here, this tank right here is facing the firing tank from the front side. So this unit has really good armor at that thing. This unit, meanwhile, is facing the firing tank at the rear side, so that has kind of weak armor. The problem is, normally this vehicle would be firing at this unit that was facing its rear side. However, this unit right here is in woods, which is a -3 modifier to hit. So I have a choice. Do I fire at this one or do I fire at this one? Do I feel lucky? That's the question. Well, they're both point blank. I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to fire at the one that's in the woods. Hopefully I get a hit. Let's see. So in order to hit, just look at the hit chart. So it's going to be point blank range. It's going to be -3, so I need a 63 to hit. See, normally that'd be a 90. If I were firing at the other tank, it'd be a 90 to hit. 89. So if he had fired at that tank, he would have hit, but he missed. So right click, delete. I don't even really need this fire marker because it's obvious they're at point blank range. But, and I believe that's it for, oh yeah, Russian fire. So the unit on the hill, I want to see if the brew up smoke markers are cumulative. I'll be right back. All right, so I did a pause and I didn't do a restart, so I'll just briefly go over what happened. So over here in the left and the right, oh yeah, I was going to check the effects of 2 brew up smoke. All right, 2 brew up smoke, and then that was a miss. Okay. So what happened during the Soviet fire phase is one of this vehicle right here, I fired against them, knocked them out. This vehicle over here on the left, fired against this vehicle in the woods. It missed. During the American movement phase, this unit moved up. For the American movement phase, this unit moved up. And the Soviets, the vehicle over here on the left, moved into one of the victory point hexes. And they have to stay there for a complete turn. Then they have to go to the next victory point hex and stay there for a complete turn. I believe that's it. All right, thank you. Oh, so we're going to go on. I'm going to take a brief pause. We're going to clean up the markers. I'm going to go on to the next turn. So we're going to go on to turn 6, so spotting phase. Who was spotted, who was not. So this unit right here, it's on a bridge. So that unit will be spotted. So I'm going to take this spotting marker, I'm going to clone it. And I'm going to turn this to the side to indicate that that unit neither moved nor fired. Let's see if I can. Okay. Just put upside down. So they're spotted. These 3 units are not spotted actually. Let's take a look. How about him? Yeah, those 3 units are not spotted. Yeah. Because remember, I made a mistake before. This unit on a hill is not spotting through continuous slope hex sides. So see, so this passes 2 of this level 1 terrain right here. Now a continuous hill hex side. Okay. Anywhere over here would be a continuous hill hex side because you go through 1 level 2 and 1 level 1 continuously. So those 3 American units on the left are not spotted. Obviously, that unit over there is not spotted. This unit might not be spotted. Let's see. Let's see what the angle is. No, because there's trees there. So that unit is not spotted. Nope. Blocked by the trees, not spotted. Oh, look, I don't think this unit spots him, but oh no, that unit is spotted by that unit on a bridge. Okay, so they are spotted. So I can move that movement marker back. Obviously, this unit on a hill is spotted. These 3 vehicles in the corner are spotted. He's spotted. This unit in a gully is not, in a fort is not spotted because it's -1. This unit on top of the hill in spite of the brew up smoke is spotted. Okay. This unit's not spotted. And that unit is spotted. Just give that a spot marker. Okay. Alrighty, now we go on to the command phase. Like I said, the Russians have 4 vehicles, so they have 2 commands. So I'm just going to give fire commands. That's a tricky one, isn't it? This unit over here is going to get a fire command. Now things are getting difficult. This unit's going to get a fire. That'd be a long shot, though. I'd rather give one of these a move command. This unit's going to give a move command. We'll try to get eventually hull down in those trees, maybe. Okay, that's it. Americans have 6 commands because they still have 11 vehicles. So who gets a fire command? Shall see. So in the corner here, these 2 get a fire command. This one is going to get a fire command. This unit right here is actually spotted by them. So if I put 2 commands for the Americans, three commands for the Americans, and 4 commands for the Americans. Oh, that's a tough shot. One, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 more commands. 5. Command. I don't have to use it, but I'm going to give this guy a move command. Plus 6. 1, 2. No, I'm not going to give that guy a 6 move command. I'm going to give that guy a move command. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the spotting. Oh, commands. Okay, we gave the commands. Just make sure I didn't give too many. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, gave the right amount of commands. Now we roll for initiative. NATO 39. Soviets A7. Soviets will fire first. Does anybody actually have a fire command on the Soviets? This unit does have a fire command. It's gonna fire against this unit right behind it. See, that's front target facing, but they're all front target facing. So it's gonna fire against this unit, and it's gonna be a straight up. It's gonna be a short range +1. Oh, yeah, there's a fire. Short range +1 for the American size of the American vehicle, so that's going to be a 77 to hit. 76 hits, just barely, but it hits. So where is the hit going to go? It's going to be a 7. 7 against the front. So hull front. Hull front hit. So you got hull front. Now we just have to determine the armor. Point blank. Oops. Yeah. Point. Right vehicle. Yeah. Point blank range. 108 factor. Front level shot 48. So it penetrates. The penetration number is a 6. And that will be a knockout. So the tank is knocked out. Go. All right. So that's it for the Soviet fire phase. That. And now they need a spot marker. It's going to have a fire marker on it. All right, so that's it for the Soviet fire phase. Well, at least that their one shot was effective. Now the American fire phase. This unit and this unit over there on the left. They're both firing at point blank range. It'll be a point blank with light cover -1. So it'll be point blank -1. 81 to hit. I'm going to fire against the one that's doing the front side facing first. That hits. So it's a 72. 72 front side. Oops. And it hits the hull. Now that's another miss because front side 7. The hull is hull down, so that vehicle misses. Now for the second vehicle. I already rolled for a second. Either way, the second vehicle hits. And it gets a 38. Let's see where that hits. So that's going to be a rear side, and it's going to be the rear of the turret. So that's definitely going to be penetration. But I'll go through the process. So American vehicle, penetration factor is a 110. Firing at the rear side. It's going to be turret rear, level shot. 35 is the armor. The effect of the shot is going to be an 8, which is going to be a brew up. And I finally take that out. Yep. So look over here, AP damage, 8 is brew up. So boom. Boom, 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 boom. So finally took that unit out. That unit was tough. Damage. Brewed up. Any other fire by the Americans? Yes. He has a shot against this unit on a bridge. It's going to be 1-to-1. I believe it's going to be short range. Range is 10, short range. No modifiers. Needs 70 to hit. And gets a 22 to hit. 22 to hit. Okay, and it's firing into the front angle. So I believe that's going to be turret front. Yep. So turret front. And it's going to be turret damage. Now that could affect that vehicle's ability to hit next time. So I'm going to mark that damaged. Damage. That unit is damaged. Okay, that will affect its firing. Move this fire marker. Delete. Place it with the spotting marker. So my unit on the hill over here is going to fire at medium range against this other unit on a hill, and there's going to be 2 instances of brew up smoke over here. Roll, I need a medium range, -4, need 30, roll it, 35, so that's a miss. Brew up smoke, and the brew up smoke saved that unit. The fact that there were 2 brew up smokes over there. Let's delete that, and let's replace that with the spotting marker. The fire, right click, fire. I believe that's it for everybody's fire, unless I miss somebody. All right, so now it's Americans' movement phase. I'm going to move these 3 first. Now they're going to move as a group. Oops. They have to stay together, so they can go 1, 2. They're traveling through brush, so that doesn't affect their movement. 3, 4, and 5. This unit's gonna, oh, I don't want being brew up smoke though. This unit's gonna turn onto the road. 1, 2, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, right, 4, 5. Ship left. And they moved. So over here, let's see. Just want to point something out. Over here, if that second roll was a 7, one hit with the 7, not the other hit with the 7, they both would have had no effect on that vehicle. I hope I didn't double roll for them. I don't think I did. All right. So let's see, who else has a movement? Do any more Americans have movement? No. Oops. The only unit that has movement right now is this unit right here. It was going to go forward. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to turn to, it's going to move forward 1. So let's brush 1, 2. Turn. I want to see if there's an effect. I want to see what effect brush has of turning. Next time I am going to add this, that when you turn, their turn rates, different turn rates for different terrain. Okay, then it has light trees. Light trees to enter is going to be 2 for a tracked vehicle. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn 7, but it has to stay there for a full turn in order to get credit, victory point credit for that. So I'll hit move. And there we go, for the Americans have moved. And I'll give these guys down here a move marker. I believe that's it. So that's it after turn 6. Did I miss anybody? No, I did not miss anybody. So now the Russians are down to 3 active vehicles. How many commands do they have? 3 active vehicles. They still have 2 commands, so it's not too bad. I think the Americans still have 6 commands. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Americans have 9 vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, the Americans have 10 vehicles. I should just go ahead and call this in favor of the Americans. So the Americans will have 6 commands. The Soviets have 2. We'll pause for a second. Okay, I'm going to go on to turn 7, but there's a couple of things I noticed going through the rule. Number 1, you can actually mark what type of damage. If it's turret damage, then the damaged vehicle modifier applies. If it's hull damage, then that unit can only move half its movement, has its movement rates halved. Let's see. Yeah. If a unit has hull damage, then its move rate is halved, fractions rounded down. If it's turret damage, it applies the turret damage modifier on the 2-hit chart. And second thing is, you can switch, these markers, you can actually flip them over. One side says turret damage, and the other side says hull damage. And the third thing is 2 damage results, the vehicle is knocked out. So let's move on. The Americans have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 vehicles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Americans have 9 vehicles, so they get 5 commands, and the Soviets have 1, 2, 3 vehicles, so they get 2 commands. Americans have 5 commands, Soviets have 2 commands. All right, I want to take this tank out. So Americans have 5 commands. Let's go to commands and do it. He's going to be firing, and all of these units here are going to be firing at that one vehicle because I want to go ahead and take it out. And that will knock down the Soviets to 2 vehicles and 1 command. That's 1, 2. So the Americans have 3 more commands. This unit on a hill is going to take its usual fire command every turn. So that's 3, and I get 2 more commands left. And of course, they're going to be moved. Well, this unit right here is going to take a fire command, fire at the unit on the hill, possibly. And these 2 units right here that are together are going to take a move command. And that's it. For the Soviets, they get their 2 commands. The unit on a hill is going to take a fire command. And let's see. This unit right here is going to take a fire command. Okay, rolling for initiative. NATO first, 97, Soviets 78. So the Americans get their shots first. All right, so I got these 4 vehicles are all going to fire against him. So I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that vehicle is going to be point blank. Those 2 are going to be short. So I'm going to fire with these vehicles right here first. Oops, I'm going to fire with those vehicles first. So there's no modifiers. But one's so I get 1 point blank and 1 short range. Point blank is 90. And I get 1 point blank and 2 short range. So I get 190 and 2 70s. This is the 90. 86 is a hit. So I'm going to resolve the hits one at a time so I don't get confused. So that's the point blank. 90 hits. So where does it hit? It hits the rear, and it hits the whole rear. That's going to be hits the whole rear with the 6, and that's going to knock the tank out. I'm going a little bit quicker now and skipping steps actually, so just be aware. Things I can do in my head, I'm going to do in my head now. So now this fire marker, I move it over here, delete it, and this is knocked out. Now the only thing I would go on would be to check for the brew up smoke. So I'm going to check the 2 short range shots. They're both 71 hits. 5-2, so 5-2 won't cause a brew up. And 7 cause a brew up. Nope, 7 will be knocked out. Now I have that unit in front. Unless if it causes a brew up. 36. Nope, so this vehicle is just knocked out. And all these moved units have fired. I'm going to go quickly. So there's 2 units firing on this hill. This unit down here. Range is 11, so that's going to be short range. Short range, -4 for the brew up smoke. Short range, -4, and you have 42 to hit. And I get 36, so I hit. So it's going to be firing in at the front aspect with the 3. Front aspect with the 3 hits turret front. And penetration is 96. Turret front from the front is 90. Penetrates. And the effect is going to be a 6. So that finally knocks that tank out. You gotta find it and just mark it knocked out. Looks like this is going to be the last turn. Damage knocked out. All right. Now I just gotta roll over here to see if it brews up. Because see if he hits it. He's already knocked out. 43. So it's just knocked out. It's not brewed up. And that's it for the American fire phase. The American got rid of. So I'm going to change that. Okay. And that is going to be it. Well, I'm just going to do the American move phase, and that's going to be it. And I want to do the markers right too. Delete. Okay, the American move phase. These 2 units over here on the left have a move command. They're going to move. Delete that marker. Oh, I didn't want to delete the tank. All right, I'll just clone it. So it's going to, so what's facing that? It's going to do that, and it's going to go 1, 2. How much is it to move through towns? Let's see. Towns, villages. Alley, block, bridge. So it's alley movement's going to be 2. So 1, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this unit's going to be right behind it. There we go. So that completes their movement. Okay. I don't want to gain an extra vehicle there. I guess I deleted, but I didn't. So they're eliminated. They're eliminated. And I think that's it for the American movement phase. Yes, it is. So that's the end of the game. I'm going to call it here. The Americans still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Americans still have 9 vehicles left on the board. My count is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the Americans have 9 vehicles on the board. The Russians only have 1 vehicle. So the Americans own the battlefield. And that is it. All right. Thank you very much for your patience. So we did turns 5, 6, and 7. We completed the game. The Americans have 9 vehicles on the board, and the Russians only have 1 vehicle with the damage turret. So it's obvious that the Americans are going to win this game. Next time, I am going to be adding leg units, either leg units or towed weapons, but I'm going to be adding units other than tanks, and I'm going to be adding the rules slowly. Don't know just yet how I'm going to, what approach I'm going to use if I'm going to add. Now I want to use an approach where I'm only adding rules that are specific to MBT and Panzer both. All right, but I want to limit the amount of rules I add each time. So anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I really appreciate those who like and subscribe. Thank you very much. You have a great day. Bye-bye.